Gemini, it's Angela. And here we are. We're going to do your mid-July update for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And of course, as always, anyone else who's drawn to this guidance, this is also for you. Energy and the guidance that we receive is fluid. It's not really constricted by time or place or even sun sign. But when I'm pulling in this energy, I do draw in the vibration of your sign. So I've before the video came on, I drew in the vibration of Gemini so that we could get the guidance here. So let's see what we've got. For this round of readings, I'm using an oracle deck called Divine Directions. And it's a nice, simple deck with just simple guidance for each card. And for you, Gemini, I got flow. This is saying you need more flexibility in your life. Allow yourself to go with the flow. So we'll see. I don't know if I tend to see, Geminis as mostly inflexible, but let's see. Maybe there's little spaces within you that are feeling a little stuck or worried about moving forward or something like that. So let's just see what the Zen cards say and get some guidance here. Okay. All right. Your starting point here, Gemini, is we are the world. So this is interesting. This is right away telling me, call on your guides. This could be, the physical global world, but to me, this is right now in this reading for you, it's the universe. It's the divine. All your guides are waiting to help you forward, to help you loosen up some of those edgier spaces within you and allowing you to take life as it comes and move with that energy instead of trying to force something through or staying stuck because of fear, immobility or anything like that. So call on your guides. They're there to help you. They want to help you. And yeah, make sure that you're in touch with that. Oh, internally, you have there might be some mental blocks or excessive mental activity, like too many thoughts, too many variables, and it's getting in the way of your attunement to your spirit guides and to the divine itself. So the mental chatter, which, this is also an air. This is in the Zen deck, it's the clouds, but it's definitely an air suit and mental clarity. A little bit of congestion there in some of our minds. So yeah, maybe find ways to alleviate that so that you can open up the channels to the guidance that's waiting to be given to you as far as moving through life with flow. Okay. In your external world, the combination of this mental chatter and knowing that you want to just be able to relax and receive the guidance, right? It's kind of like a back and forth tug of war, may be complicated by your perception, as to how things should turn out. This kind of talks about the dream this woman has of growing up, falling in love and living happily ever after, which many of us know in the human experience it just doesn't always go that way. And very rarely, right? Life has a lot of gray area. Life has a lot of twists and turns, and we don't just get to a place of achievement and then we're done, right? And then now we're happy, right? There's always something around the corner that moves us. So it's funny how the inner being has maybe some mental cloudiness, and the external outlook is that I should be this, I should have achieved this, or I should be this far already. And what's keeping me from being happy, and all these other kind of false senses of, I should be happy because, if I got all of my dreams come true, then I would be happy. There's a falsity. There's, it's not quite true. And I think it's getting in the way of your true guidance, which is, your spirit guides and angels, and that's getting in the way of your flow. So remember, this is a general reading, and this could also mean that it's just a reminder to you for a future time when you feel stuck, or I'm not flowing with this energy. I'm really battling against the energy that's there, and I'm getting nowhere with it. This is just a reminder. Okay, well, how much mental activity do I have? Like, how much am I worrying, anticipating, anxious about, regretting, all those judgments that go on in our minds that really keep us from embodying this moment and moving with what's given to us, right? It's almost like an anchor, that mental activity. The mind is powerful. We do not want to turn our minds off, but we do not also want to be led, led around by it, like on a leash. So being able to tune in to what is here and now, and open up your channels to, even if it's what you might call it intuition. I'm guided to move in this direction. That's your guides talking to you. And you got this if you just acknowledge and be aware of the extraneous thought patterns and stuff that are going on, and maybe try to learn to quiet them a little bit. Okay, and this doesn't mean, like I said, that it's a huge factor in all of your lives. It's keeping you from getting anything done, but it's just a reminder. When I feel stuck, how much flow am I allowing in? How much present awareness am I, am I embodying this moment, or am I up in my head somewhere, right? Okay, let's move forward, because I didn't want you to feel like you were being singled out or anything, right? This is just a normal process that a lot of us go through. Okay, the key to moving forward is heart-centered loving kindness for yourself, self-compassion, self-love, self-caring. That's the key to moving forward. This mental chatter and this unreasonable expectation of that's the only thing that's going to make me happy is if something turns out exactly how I want it. Those two things can be replaced by loving kindness and self-love. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best, and I'm learning in every moment. And I love that. And I care for myself because of that. And I'm willing, because I love myself, I'm willing to step into the flow more often, right? Like, you don't have to tell yourself, oh, all of a sudden now I'm flowing and I'm going to just do away with all those thoughts. And because it's just not a one size fits all practice, right? It's constant. And when the thoughts creep in, we can say, oh, hello, there's those blocking thoughts again. And then I will let you go on your way as I open up my heart space to receive what the universe is trying to provide to me to help me to move with the flow. Okay. Then you get up here to your next sort of higher self gets on board, right? Your higher self gets to learn from these basics, incorporate some self-compassion, and that results in these cards here. Yep. Oh yeah. So now we get to review. I got suppression and I got guilt. So you get to review within you. Where are these, what have I been burying? Now that I'm moving toward self-compassion a little more and allowing myself to make mistakes and allowing myself to not know what direction to go in, but also being aware of and willing to listen to my intuition and listen to my spirit guides. Now I get to release a lot of stuff that's been buried. Now some stuff might come up. I got this suppression card. This is stuff that's been held down. This is maybe it's your self-compassion that's been held down. Maybe you've been beating yourself up. Maybe these mental thoughts are your own critical self-talk. right? Telling you, you can't do that. How can you, you're not making any right decisions or whatever, instead of just opening up to what's here and moving with the flow of that. But you, as a result of dropping the expectations and dropping that mental, that critical self-talk, you get to experience self-acceptance, self-compassion, self-love, and you get to release those heavier, denser energies that have been buried within you. And you get to release the guilt. Releasing these energies sometimes may result in really showing up in a different way. Instead of, I shouldn't go in this direction because A, B, C says I shouldn't, and these are all the reasons why. Instead of, I really want to go in this direction, it feels best and it feels aligned with my heart, then that might make others kind of go, oh, wait, you're not thinking things through, and you're not, making your laundry list of pros and cons, and what happened? You're not thinking that, and maybe for you, it feels better, but you're showing up differently, and it might make others uncomfortable, and that might produce a little bit of guilt. But there isn't any need for that. We know, because this is your higher level of awareness. So this is an opportunity to call attention to those places within you that have been at cross purposes with your success, with your path forward, and allowing them to come up and then releasing them, right? And then the outcome of this entire spread, after we get to release some of these blocks and denser vibrations that are within us, we get celebration. It's like, that's the path. So you had some sticky points, right? You had the desire and the awareness to follow your intuition and follow your guides, but you were cornered by some, internal mental energies and some external expectations of how things should go. That was kind of trapping this intuitive drive or this intuitive inclination. It was trapping it until you dropped into self-love. Yeah, I'm feeling trapped. Yeah, I have a lot of chatter. And yeah, I hold a lot of expectations for myself. However, I'll forgive myself for that. I will allow myself to be with what is in this moment and see what that brings me. And then that brings the release of some of these denser vibrations that are going on, and then a cause to celebrate, a real success, and being able to really shift the way that you flow through things and make yourself aware that you're always being guided. There is always energy at work that's supporting you and behind you, but also underneath you, and really holding you up. And that's the divine energy that's there for all of us. Like I said, this doesn't have to be, oh, none of you are flowing with life, and you need to unstick this. This is just a reminder for when some of this stuff comes up sometimes, right? And then to inquire within and kind of go, am I stopping myself here by all this critical self-talk, or am I holding down some truths and not really addressing them? Let's sit with what is here. Let's work with the energy that is present and flow with it, instead of stopping and trying to decide and throw my pros and cons lists out there, and it blocks your progress, right? So I love it. This is just a reminder, a gentle reminder. Okay. All right, Gemini, thank you. I want you to check out the video I posted a couple days ago about the event that's coming up at the end of the month that I'm hosting on my site, groundeddreamers.com. It's the Mystical Fair. It's exciting, and I can't wait to hopefully see some of you guys there. All right, take care.